Good evening, my dear friends. It's Saturday. I haven't been on for a couple of weeks, I think. And I'm coming on because I want to say I'm fine. Thank God. And thanks to all of you who sent me such beautiful prayers and messages and tips. So I want to send you my deepest gratitude. And for the ones who might not know, close to 4 weeks ago, I noticed that I have come down with Bell palsy. So half of my face on the right side was sort of numb. So I was pretty crooked. And now, thank God, I'm back to normal mostly. I still feel that my tongue is between my teeth when I talk. So it's not as 100% normal, but other than that, I'm doing okay. I was on 2 medications, and one was a steroid and the other one was for calming the nerves. So after about 10 days of having symptoms of Bell palsy, so I couldn't talk well, I could not brush my teeth well, because when I was gonna put water in my mouth to rinse, it was really difficult. Everything was squirting out. But around 10 days afterwards, I started noticing that I can close my mouth better. As you see, still my left eyebrow is a little bit higher, but is not as bad as before. And after the 10 days, I started whistling. So if I can whistle, it means that I can use all the muscles of the mouth. And that was really a blessing. About almost close to end of this second week, I was going to come online, but that's 2 Saturdays ago. I didn't get a chance. And then Saturday night, about 12 midnight, I was walking my dog, and the poor guy, George, was walking very slowly, but I was not smart enough. I was walking with one of my slippers, so I slipped, and I came down mostly on my right side of the face. So here, I'm still a little bit bruised. I have had a scan of my brain and face and skull, everything done. Thank God I'm okay. It's just that here is bruised. I'm still a little bit swollen on the right side of my face, and I have a little bit of pain here. But overall, thank God, I'm alive. I'm doing well. It all happened in a matter of 2 weeks. And everything happened to my right side. So I don't want to go into detail right now, because that's another story. And even my fingers, I have strained my pinky, so I have to be very careful. My arthritis is worse. I feel like a 60-year-old woman. But anyway, I'm doing very well, thank God, compared to about a month ago that all this happened. And the reason that I'm coming on today is because I really wanted to thank each and every one of you from all over the world. You cannot believe the amount of love and support that I have been receiving for the past month of my life. So, by the way, my sister-in-law is online. Hi, Silvana June. I love you. I haven't seen my relatives for a long time. So, the amount of love that I received, the amount of calls, text messages, WhatsApp messages, messengers. I mean, thank you to Facebook and Instagram that I merely went online to give people information that Bell palsy exists, and it's not something to be scared of, and it's going to be okay after a couple of weeks, or usually it's a couple of weeks to 6 months, the duration. I was one of the lucky ones. Thank you. I love you too, Sissy John. One of the lucky ones that after 10 days I started becoming much normal. But people sent me messages that either they had this or there are people who they knew had it. And they were giving me tips like going to acupuncture, or massage your face with this, or use olive oil, or use this, or use that. And I'm really, really grateful. I did some of the stuff that I heard, and some of the tips. I was on medication for about 12 days, so I was trying to find out if the medication is working. That's why I tried not to do anything for the duration of those 12 days until my medication was over. And thank God afterwards I was good. I didn't need something more, even though I would love to go to massage and acupuncture and all that if it were not for the pandemics. So thank God. I mean, I'm good. It gave me, when I fell on my face and my right hand and my left finger and the knee and everything, it was a mess. But I was all bruised up here, and my phone started bleeding. Basically, I lost my phone, and it gave me a chance to be by myself for 48 hours until I received a new phone. And it was like a blessing in disguise. It was very nice, even though I love to be on social media. I love to check my friends and everything that's going on. But that gave me a relief, honestly. It was so nice. And it was like I'm on vacation somewhere that I don't even need to use anything because I couldn't. And it was nice. I mean, we have been getting used, we have gotten used to having our phones 24 hours a day with us. That honestly, when I went on Monday after I fell, I went to the doctor on emergency basis to have x-rays taken of my hand because I had a lot of pain. And I didn't have a phone or anything. And I was saying, oh my God, what's going to happen if something happens to me? And I was thinking, a few years ago, there were no phones. There were nothing. And how did we live? I used to go, if I say like 30 some years ago, I was working for a Persian TV program. And I was going to go get advertisements for the program, and there were no MapQuest that time. It's just like I would call the person and I say, can you please give me your direction how to get there? And they would, and I would just following the direction and going from one side of LA to the other side without knowing anything. And nowadays we are so spoiled. I used to remember all the phone numbers and all the birthdays and all the anniversaries and everything. Everything was here. Honestly, everything was here. And now I'm becoming so lazy. Everything is on my phone. So it's like we are so dependent on our phones right now that is scary. Honestly, it's scary. But that gave me a chance to look and see that I can live without it. Another thing that happened, even though I have to use my phone because of that, a dear friend of mine introduced me to Libby's. It's an app that I have it on my phone, and I can get books online and listen to books on tape. So for the past month, it's a little bit difficult for me to focus with my eyes at times, not always. So it's a little bit difficult for me to read a lot or read on computer or read a book. So that has been a blessing that I think for the past month I have listened to maybe 10 books, and I have enjoyed them immensely. So if you guys would like to know more about it, you can private message me and I'll send it to you, or I can send some of the books names online if you guys like. Very, very enjoyable, very good things. I mean, life has changed a little bit, not too much, but still I'm extremely grateful. I've been very, very down at times. It's interesting, somebody that I don't know but I admire because she's been sending me messages. I think this beautiful lady lives in Canada, and she was saying that you're so positive and you're always so positive. Yes, I am positive, because my message was you put the same amount of energy into being positive that you put in being negative, and it means that in order for you to be happy, it takes you the same amount of energy that you're using that you can be sad. So for me, after I fell, it was really, I became extremely emotional, sensitive. I would cry. I always cry, but it was like I was sad. I was really sad for probably a few minutes, because as soon as I would cry and everything was gonna come out, I would be okay. But the reason I'm sharing this with you is because I'm an extremely sensitive person, emotional person. I do get very upset very easily, but I deal with it. I try to express it to, if it's a person, if it's something else, I try to express it to myself if there is something about me. So just want to make sure that when you guys feel sad, you understand that it's going to pass. Happiness passes as well, but sadness passes very fast as well. So use your time, use your emotions wisely. I don't say don't be sad, because the minute I say don't be sad, you gotta find something in your subconscious mind to be sad for in order not to be sad. But it happens. There are so many things happening in our lives that we really get touched by, even if we don't want to. So when I went for my MRI about 3 weeks ago, MRI of my brain, the lady said, "Have you been under stress?" And I said, "Yeah." Because of the deaths and all the things that were happening a couple of weeks prior. But when I went under, I was trying to go back and look at my life and see what's happening. So the past 4 or 5 years that I went over in my mind in the 45 minutes I was under the machine, oh God, there have been ups and downs, very much so. Even the happy occasions had some issues with it. So it wasn't the fact that something was happening to me. It was something happening to the people around me that I love so much, that I had gotten affected by. And it was nice to look and to see for the past few years what has happened that might have caused me to come down like that with Bell's palsy. I know it's a virus, but in my line of work, everything is out of stress. And as much as I can help you as my client or student to get rid of your stress, sometimes I forget to work on myself. So I started working on myself. I started doing a lot of Shakti breathings, a lot of things that I could do to bring down my stress, to bring healings toward myself. And I want to close with something funny for you guys. Some of you have seen George, my dog. He was in my room. The door was closed, and I was sitting on the floor, and I was doing one of the Shakti breathings that is a dog panting breath. So I'm gonna look funny I'm gonna show you, but I'm gonna look funny. So you put your tongue out for about a minute, and you say har, har, har. So it's like, so it's exactly like a dog panting. And George was sitting there, and as soon as I started doing this, he became the adult, I became the dog. It is so cute, because I wish there was a camera up there in my room that would have gotten captured this moment, because he came to me and he started being so worried about me, and he started kissing me and licking me and not letting me finish my breathing. So it's just that I have become even closer to George. And dogs are blessings too. So just wanted to say hello and thank you, each and every one of you, for all your messages. Honestly, it has been a great past 4 weeks of tons and tons of ups and downs, and lots of learnings, and lots of love receiving from everyone that I didn't know and I knew. So, oh my God, Salam. Susan Stansberry, yes, I am doing much better. Thank you so much. Manije, I love you guys. Hengame Malame, thank you so much that you guys have been watching me. And Lisa, love you. Oh my God, people from all over the place. So I don't want to go over each and every one of you, but honestly, I love you all dearly. Even though I don't see you, I'm just seeing your names, but the connection is there. And thank you, and thank you, and thank you, and thank you for everything that you guys have done the past few weeks. That I'm so sorry that I made you worried about myself. It wasn't meant to make you worried. It was meant to be an informative video that went viral. I think 4,000 or 5,000 people watched it, and out of those people, imagine how many have sent me their love. So anyway, thank you so much. And oh my God, you look great. Thank you. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I took a shower right now. I went swimming, so I'm doing well, thank God. I can close my eyes completely, so that's a blessing. Before, I felt when I was washing my face, I would feel water on the white of my eye. So now it's really nice that I can do everything and, be sort of normal. Anyway, love you guys, everyone, and thank you so much for the hearts, for the thumbs up, for everything that you're doing. Anyway, I will be back hopefully soon, closer to less than a week, I hope, depending on the time and energy that's going on. So, love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll be in touch. So you be in touch. Take care of yourselves.